Guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Din and I'm going to show you how to prepare your ingredients, mix the spices and then cook the dish. Very simple method I'm going to use, so please follow the instructions carefully. So let's cook. Before we start, please pause the video now and get all your ingredients ready to create this lovely chicken patea dish. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm going to cook a special dish here today, especially for Paul, because he's been asking me for a long time to make a patea because it's his favourite. So I'm going to do this patea especially for him and many other people who've been asking me to do this dish. So this is not going to be a quick dish. This is going to take just over about an hour because you do need to cook the onions down really well to get all the maximum flavors from this dish. So I'm going to use 2 large breasts here. You need to get about a kilo of breast meat for 4 people. So I'm doing this for 4 people. So this is how you would prepare the breast of chicken and cut it into size. So these are quite large breasts what I'm using, and I think the smaller breasts are probably better because they more tender, where the larger breasts need a little bit more cooking. So this is how you chop it up. Clean it all up nicely, as you can see, and cut it into 3 strips. But if it's smaller, then it'd be 2 strips, and so on. Patea is probably one of the oldest dishes on the menu. I remember back in the 70s, it was probably a handful of curries we had on the menu, and patea and dansak was one of them. So, but what we want to do is basically get all our ingredients ready, like the onions and so on. You need to cut the onions quite thin so they cook much better, as you can see. Try to cut it all one size so they all cook at the same rate, and take your time cutting. Cut it slowly, and as time goes on you'll find you'll be able to speed up, but take your time, don't rush it, otherwise you end up cutting your finger. So this is what you do. You get all your ingredients ready. I need a lemon, so I'm lucky I've got a lemon tree in the garden. Look at the size of these lemons. This is the first time I've seen lemons on my tree so big. After I think about 5 years this lemon tree's been here. So we're going to pick that big one there, you see, the yellow one, and use that to give us the sourness of the patea. Now what I'm going to do, this patea is going to be a 1-pot patea, so there's no base gravy to it. I'm going to cook it in 1 pot, making it very easy for you to cook it at home. Look at the size of this lemon, I can't believe it. I've not seen a lemon this size before. So I'm sure it won't be 1 lemon. I think I'll probably use half of this lemon to give me the juice I need. It's like a grapefruit, it's amazing. Anyway, get your old lemon squeezer out and squeeze out the juice of this lemon. As I said, I probably only need half of this lemon because it's too big otherwise. So that will be our juice ready. Basically, whenever you cook one of my recipes, I always advise that you get everything ready, weigh it all out, and this way it'll be easy for you to cook. Like I've got the onions chopped, I've got the oil ready, garlic and ginger paste which I've made. This is a special ingredient, Worcestershire sauce. In the old days, my mum used to put this in the curries, and I'm going to do the same today. We've got some capsicum and coriander. We're going to put that at the end as a kind of garnish to the curry. We've got bay leaves here. We've got the tomatoes. We've got a little bit of onion seed, which is important to my dish because I do like the flavour of a little bit of onion seed. We've got salt. We've got paprika, sorry, and cloves. We've got coriander powder here and cumin powder. We have methi as well, and cardamon, the green cardamons we're using, and red chilli and turmeric. you know, the wonder spice, old turmeric, and we've got the cinnamon stick, as you see. Now let's get started. We're going to first put in the oil. So I'm going to just let you watch what I'm doing. This way I won't be disturbing you. So just watch everything I'm doing and see how it's done. The key of cooking any curry is that you cook the onions really well, and unfortunately you can't rush this process. We're going to put in the salt just to let the water release from the onions, and we're going to cook this at a high heat first to get it really hot. Then we're going to turn it down and just let it cook gently so it doesn't burn. But remember, you have to keep on stirring every few minutes. Otherwise we don't want it burning on the bottom. So this is the key for really good curry. Whether it be a patea or any other curry, you must cook the onions down really well first. So just keep putting the lid on it, and you can see it will slowly get softer and it will start to break down. I've just chopped the tomatoes in half because you know why? Because I want to take the skin off. I don't like skin on my tomato, and this way is really easy to do. Once it softens, you can just lift the skin off and it's done basically. As you can see, it's really now soft. This has been cooking for about 20 minutes now, and the onions are looking really good, and you can feel with the spoon that it's completely soft. And we're going to just keep on stirring and cooking it gently until they get even more soft and just melt. I think another 5 minutes or so, and this will be ready to smash down a little bit with my favourite tool, which I use in the kitchen, is the potato masher. This saves a lot of time, where you can just break it down a little bit more before you add your chicken. So this way you don't need to blend the onions, they'll just naturally just break down. Now add the chicken, and this is another time where you can really stir the onions and the chicken together to break the onions down even further. This is a good way of cooking where you don't need to make the base gravy. You can cook everything in one pot. This was my whole idea of introducing my one pot curries, so that you can cook whatever curries you like in one pot without all the hassle of cooking the base gravy and the pre-cooked chicken and so on. Because at the end of the day, you're not opening a restaurant. You're basically cooking for your family at home, and this is the perfect way to do that. Well, if you did want to open a restaurant, you have all the knowledge here on my channel, cooking the base gravy and the pre-cooked chicken, lamb, vegetable and so on, where you could cook all different curries as well. But I'm not here to show you how to open a restaurant. I'm here to help you cook at home the easy method. As you can see, what I'm doing here is taking out the bay leaves and cardamom and so on, because that job has been done and it's given the flavour I need. So this way you don't have to pick it out when you're having it later. So like I say, keep stirring the chicken and it will slowly break all the onions down. Now we're ready to add our spices. This is chili powder I'm putting in. You can add more or less, it's entirely up to you. That was turmeric. This is cumin powder and coriander powder and paprika. So these are the only spices I'm going to use, and some Methi Leaves as well. So give that a real stir and let all the flavours really cook out before we add the remaining items. Again, as you can see, if you keep stirring as well at this moment, we're breaking down all the onions even further into a nice sauce. Now we're going to add the water. This will give us our sauce we want. If you add too much, it'll be really watery, so be careful when you add. That's our Worcestershire sauce going in, and we're going to add sugar. Now sugar you can add more or less, it's entirely up to you how sweet you like it. So give it a taste. If it's not sweet enough, what I'm doing now, then add a bit more and so on until you get the right sweetness. Then you'll find you've got the sweetness and you've got the sourness and the heat as well. That's a bit of green pepper or pepsicum as you call it. What I'm going to do is basically put all the lemon juice as well to give us the sourness. So we've got the heat of the chilies, we've got the sugar to make it sweet, and we've got lemon juice to make it sour. Now give it a good stir, turn it down to medium and let this cook out for a good 25 minutes, and that's it, job done. As you can see, it's looking really good now, and enjoy my patea and let me know in the comments what you think of this dish, because it's an old favourite and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You'll find all the ingredients in the description. So bye for now, and good luck.